Hey everybody, welcome back to Coffee and Bibles, episode 7. My name is Christian. I am with my friend Jared from Hacea. We're actually at the HQ. This is where all the magic happens.
Yep.
Today, we want to talk about green buying. And then most of you probably are familiar with like cafes and roasteries, but the world of coffee is huge.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people who are involved just to get your cup of coffee served for you with the pastry in the morning or whatever. And so I'm really looking forward to just chatting about Hacea. I've been working with you guys for, I don't know, how long has it been?
3 years, 4 years?
3 years, 4 years. Man, that's crazy.
I know.
Yeah. It's a wild time in
It's
buying
been
coffee.
A chaotic 3 years.
Yeah, we're going to chat about that. But before we start, as always, I always try to brew whoever that I have on the podcast, something that I like. This is from a coffee subscription. I love Cabra. I actually got to visit them in Copenhagen, Denmark, like a few years back before they opened the roastery in Brooklyn. This is a Monkaaba. What is this? Huila, San Agustin. Yeah, it's supposed to be floral, red fruit, juicy. But you know, tasting notes, you don't know that until you serve it. I pour over this just now.
Yeah, thanks for brewing.
Yeah. Dude, how many coffee do you have to taste? You're just showing me all the coffee that you still need to taste from people or whatever.
I'm still backed up from the World of Coffee show.
Yeah. Is that the San Diego?
Yeah, San Diego show. So I think
that looks so fun, man.
I might have 40 left, 50 left to get caught up on.
Is the next one in Chicago?
The next one will be in New Orleans.
New Orleans.
Yeah, in April. And then I think it's coming back to San Diego the year after that.
Oh, sweet. I gotta go.
You should go. You should definitely go to San Diego.
You guys were doing like a DJ thing.
Yeah, we had a little party. And
man. That sounds so fun, bro.
Yeah, pizza.
Oh, pizza and coffee. Cheers.
Salud. Thank you.
Try it. What'd you think? It's pink bourbon, washed.
Yeah, I mean the notes that they have on there are a bit vague.
Yeah, it just says floral, red fruit, and juicy.
So yeah, I agree.
What kind of coffee do you enjoy personally? I know you taste coffee for a living.
Yeah,
but
I really enjoy coffees like this. Actually.
Okay.
Yeah, at home I've been drinking a washed Ethiopian coffee for like a month straight.
Which one?
It's from Sidama, Isla.
Okay.
Isla Washing Station.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite roaster?
Ooh, I can't say. Yes.
Because they buy from you.
Yes, I do. I do have a couple of favorites that I try to keep at home.
It's okay.
You know what I mean?
I can censor it too. Just kidding.
But I try to, if I see something like this, I'll buy it.
Yeah.
I'll buy it, and I'm always interested in trying something new. I took a box home from Poma, I believe was the roaster, also in Denmark. And
I never heard of them.
Yeah, they had a coffee. I believe it was Denmark. They had a coffee grown in a greenhouse.
What?
Yeah, in Denmark, if I'm remembering correctly. So that was really intriguing.
That is crazy.
Yeah, it was expensive.
Did it taste good?
It tasted very good, yeah.
Okay.
It was really good.
Greenhouse coffee.
Yeah, greenhouse with like simulated elevation, which...
Oh man, now we're AI-ing coffee? This
is
crazy.
No, like literally changing physical environment to affect the plant, right?
And they grew it in Denmark?
Apparently. That's what it's being sold as. It was good.
Whoa.
It is good. I still have some. It's good.
Man, that is so insane.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I want to ask you to tell everybody a little bit about Hacea. I love Hacea and what you guys do. Very intentional. But most people probably never know that most of their favorite roasters actually serve greens from you guys. So it started with you and Luke, your brother.
Yeah, and father.
And your dad.
We're all business partners.
Cool. So tell us, what is Hacea and how did you guys get started into this business? Because like most people usually open a cafe or like,
Yeah.
I don't know, they became a coffee tech.
Yeah.
And you jumped into like moving greens.
Yeah.
Like, how does that even...
Well, I did. So I'll start with the second question first, I guess.
Yeah.
Like I did start as a barista.
Oh, cool.
That was my first coffee
Where
job.
at?
I was a little mom and pop coffee shop, not far from here, actually.
Nice.
Called Java Joe's.
Okay. Yeah.
But we served La Colombe coffee.
Yeah.
So it was solid, you know. And then I had a really good trainer.
Okay.
Who was at that time they were like level 1, level 2, level 3
Nice
baristas, right? So he's a level 2 certified barista. So he trained me on best practices and
at the shop.
Yeah, at the shop.
Nice.
And then
Love that.
Yeah, so I had good training, and I think that kind of got me excited about the coffee too, just because I was trying it prepared well next to prepared not well, right? And tasting the difference. It's like, wow, if you just know what you're doing, you can make this taste a lot better, right? And so I worked at that coffee shop for 4 years.
Nice.
And then I eventually became the store manager and trainer.
Dude.
So thanks Chandler for the great training. kind of put me on the path here.
Shout out.
Without knowing it. And then after 4 years working there, I found another coffee importing company.
Okay.
So I'll get into that, I guess, in a second. But I saw the coffee bags from all over the world stacked up, and it was just a part that I had never really thought about.
Yeah.
You know, I was just learning
Me
about
too.
preparing it, right? So I'm learning how to prepare it, grind it, brew it, not even really thinking about roasting it. And then I see all these coffee bags, and it just kind of like hit me like, whoa, this is way bigger than I even thought.
Yeah.
And so I was going to school at the time, and I was still doing school and coffee for a long time. School, obviously not related to coffee at all.
What were you majoring?
Philosophy.
Philosophy. That sounds about right.
So then,
that's cool. Didn't know that.
So then, philosophy and religions.
Wow.
I just kept bugging this company until they hired me, basically, and they did. And I ended up working there 7 years, and I was like the 4th or 5th employee to be hired.
Nice. This is in SoCal too?
Yeah, and then when I left, it was at like 130 employees.
What?
And so
that's a big company.
Yeah, I mean, went from, it was crazy. So I learned a lot and had a lot of opportunity, and I was given a lot of trust, and I did well with it. And eventually I became the coffee buyer for that company and like educator. So I had a lot of relationships with coffee farmers and exporters.
Yeah.
And then in 2020 started this.
In 2020?
Yes.
Why?
April 2020.
It was COVID. Did that affect you guys at all?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Because everything went on halt.
Except coffee.
Coffee.
I mean, coffee shops had to change, but like coffee consumption didn't really drop much during COVID. People still drank coffee, maybe just at home instead of in a shop. But like, coffee is proven to be pretty
versatile,
pretty resilient to massive global events. I mean, it's addicting, right?
Yes.
So and then I convinced my family to jump on board with me in 2020. So I'm like the coffee piece of it, and we just made it happen. I don't know.
That's crazy.
I can't. I've had people ask me like how I would recommend getting into it, and it's hard to say because I just got so lucky with like the opportunity in front of me.
And because like there's no schooling.
No.
Like there's no way you can learn this like in
No.
an institution somewhere.
No, not really. Not really. So this kind of gets into a broader topic of what this business is, but you know, the most relevant thing you could learn is probably like agricultural futures trading.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
just so like macroeconomics, which I don't know anything about.
You don't have a degree in it.
No, I just figured out how to do coffee, but had I gone to school for that, that would have been helpful.
Wow.
So yeah, that's kind of the most relevant
So
education, I would say.
So probably what got you started is relationships
Yeah.
that you already kind of have with farmers and people that you work in that previous company.
Yeah.
And then the experiences of that, and then convincing your family to jump in.
Well, it was a lot easier before COVID. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if people know this, but green coffee is expensive.
Yeah.
To move green coffee from like one place to another.
It should be more expensive.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. But it already feels expensive, man.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like you buy, what volume are you guys purchasing?
So one coffee shipment is a 20-foot container of coffee. And so in a 20-foot container, it's about 42,000 pounds. So that's like one order essentially.
Wait, are they all from different continents? So like how?
No, that's per exporter.
No way.
So I mean, you could put multiple exporters in. Most of the time it's one exporter. It could be multiple farms. Most of the time when coffee is shipped, you know, not with Hacea, it's just one coffee in one container. That's like one order.
Okay.
We have like micro lots and things like that,
Yes.
where we have to fill up containers with really small volume lots, but we're still totaling 42,000 pounds in the shipment.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
And how's business?
Booming. Yeah, booming.
You guys are not accepting any more like wholesale.
No, not really, because it's a really it's a scary business.
It
because
is. It's
that's
risky.
a lot of volume.
Yeah.
It is very risky. It's a lot of volume, so it's a lot of cash, you know. So back to relationships, I had really good personal and formal credit, you know, with people, and banks.
Man.
So you cannot do this without great credit.
Yeah. Makes sense.
So we have to borrow money to buy these containers, right? Thank you.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's really risky, and it's a lot of cash just out there. And so what we have to do is we have to pay the farm or the exporter, and then we are the importer. So we import the coffee into the U.S., but we pay for the coffee as it's loaded onto the boat in the country of origin. So like in Brazil or let's say in like Ethiopia, it's about a 2 to 3 month trip to get the coffee from Ethiopia to the warehouse here in the US. So you're talking about like floating hundreds of thousands of dollars for 3 months, you know, hoping that it shows up tasting how you ordered it, right?
Gosh.
And then once it arrives, we do our quality checks, and then we start selling it to roasters.
Mm-hmm.
But you're only going to take, you know, your one bag when it shows up.
Yeah.
And
you have to hold it.
And so we're holding the rest of it. And so it's really like, in a weird way, it's like a money game where you're just like cash flowing everybody.
That is crazy.
And managing loans and yeah.
Well, you know, I hear a lot from my customers. They're wondering, why is my coffee so expensive?
Mm-hmm.
Like, why is coffee prices like gone up?
Yeah.
Or it feels, I don't know, maybe in SoCal only, or maybe it's all across the world.
No,
you probably could talk into this a little bit more. But like, tell me, like, what goes behind that? We had this
pricing?
conversation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Previously.
So there's the historically and how most, I'd say, 99.99% of coffee gets traded in the world is based on the commodity futures pricing.
Yeah.
So you can look at like New York Stock Exchange coffee futures, and that's the price of coffee in this moment, right?
Yeah.
So I think right before this, conversation, it was like 300 cents per pound was where the futures market was. So that's like $3 per pound, right? But coffee prices are based on that. So you have what's called differentials.
Yeah.
So differentials are set more from like local markets. So like Brazil, decent quality, you might see a plus 40. Like,
yeah.
So what that means is you're going to add 40 cents to the 300 cent market price or whatever the market price is in that moment. So it could be 340 today or 300 plus 40, right?
Yeah.
And then tomorrow it could go up to 350 plus 40 and be 390. We don't know, right? So what has been happening is the futures market hit an all-time high last year.
Yep.
It went to like 430, which I think the previous record was about 380 or 375.
Did you say like it's gone up since like 1970s or something like that?
In the 70s, it hit like 375.
Okay.
And then
so this is higher than that.
This is It's like a 40, 50 year high.
And why is that?
Climate change.
Another podcast episode.
But yeah, basically coffee is having a tough time, like getting grown. It's not yielding as it used to.
How often do you harvest coffee in a year?
Once a year.
Once a year.
Yeah, so the plant has
crazy.
a 1 year cycle. So if something in the weather is off during that cycle, it can damage the
ruin
harvest.
The whole harvest for
So
that year.
You can get yields like 50% lower, than anticipated by poor weather. Brazil produces like 30 to 35% of the global coffee supply. So it's really related to their weather more than anyone.
Yeah.
When they have bad weather,
it's not good for everybody.
The price goes up crazy because it's expected that supply will drop a lot.
Yeah.
Vietnam and Colombia are also large producers of coffee. So same thing. When their weather is bad, that affects, or good, let's say, right?
Yeah.
If the weather's good, then there's more coffee available. Yields are good.
Yeah.
Prices go down, right? So yeah, it's really weather related.
So how much does the cost or like that value goes into farmers?
Yeah, so that's a more complicated answer. And at Hacea, we try to buy coffee differently.
Yeah.
And we try not to buy it tied to the C market. Instead tying it to the cost to produce the coffee.
I see.
So trying to work with producers who have the scale to produce efficiently and who understand their costs of production year over year and how it changes and everything.
Yeah.
And then working with them on that model. So like our model here is we take the price that we pay for the coffee and we add all of our hard costs and then we add our margin and that's the sale price, right? We don't really negotiate on our margin.
Okay.
Because if you don't want me to make money, then I don't want to sell to you, right?
Right.
And we just feel it's fair, and we're watching competitors and making sure that we're in the realm of being competitive, right? And then in a coffee shop too, when you take your beans and you get your milk and you add your cup,
it's the cogs.
It's the cogs calculator and your margin, and you know what you need. Your gross margin needs to be for that to make sense and pay your rent, right? So you're not going to take less than what, and you have to be efficient as well, right? If you're only selling 10 lattes, well, you can't really use that math, right? Yeah. You have to be somewhat efficient and competitive, but at the same time, you can't really compromise the price because then your business won't succeed, right?
Yeah, same logic there.
Yeah, so the only one that's not doing that in this entire supply chain is the farm. The farm is taking what the market says. And so what do you think is going to be the end result of that?
Yeah.
And that's what was happening, when I took over as green buyer at the other company, the futures market one time hit like 80 cents. Now we're talking, went from 80 cents to 430 in a matter of like 6 or 7 years.
Wow. That's just a price correction.
No, it's climate change.
It's climate change.
Just, there was coffee. There was coffee available, so
wow.
pricing was down. Everything is in cycles,
Yeah.
right? So when the market was bouncing between 80 cents and 140, farmers were just leaving their land. They're like, why invest all this time, money, energy, and then at the end of the year, I'm going to get a price that's lower than my cost of production.
That's right.
So I started this model kind of informally before. So for example, some of those coffees, when the market was 80 cents, I was paying $2.50.
Wow.
$3.
And that's how you kept the relationship.
Yeah. So then when we started this, of course, everyone wanted to keep working with me because I was paying awesome pricing.
Yeah.
But then when the market went the other way, which was the first time it had done that in my time in coffee,
they're like, we can get it better somewhere else.
Well, they stuck with me.
Oh, nice.
And it was like, nope, $3, $3.50 instead of $4.50, $5, right?
That's good.
Yeah. So actually, our pricing stayed really stable through all this craziness.
Oh wow.
And that's one reason why we can't take more customers. Is because we buy as much as we can get from those farms, and they're basically sold out to roasters already who have been buying them from me for like over 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years, right?
I remember when I came to you, you were like, there's a waiting list. Like, if this guy dropped, you can come in. I was like, wait, what?
That's why.
That's crazy.
Why. So it's a different model.
I see.
It's not in the world of coffee trading. We are like not even a drop in the ocean in volume.
Yeah.
But I think, the people that we work with, we
very intentional.
Yeah, we try to make sure that everyone involved from farm to you and your customer are winning. Yeah. Right. And
it's really good.
Everyone is winning, then we just keep doing it every year and it repeats and it's easy. So when we talk about like growing and the risk involved, right now our customers are growing about as much as we're comfortable growing. So
you're in a talk of like moving.
Yeah, we're gonna get into a bigger warehouse, and that's really without adding clients. It's just our
crazy.
Clients are growing, right? So
how are you moving stuff in this small, like
you don't want to see it.
I mean, I always see you like lifting stuff in front of a truck. That's all I need to know.
Yes, there's a lot of manual labor to move it around.
It's just a 3 of you guys. Like that's
we just got Ryan on board.
Ryan.
Yeah,
yes, he's cool. So what I'm hearing from you is that there's a high demand for coffee.
Yes.
And we don't have that much coffee.
There's not enough coffee in the world to give everybody a cup of it.
Do you think we'll ever run out of coffee?
Well, it's just
an apocalypse situation.
Well, someone is not drinking coffee, today.
True.
So the last stat that I'm familiar with is something like 2.5 billion cups of coffee are consumed every day globally. But if the population is 9 billion, then that's only a third of us drinking coffee. Yeah. So some people are not drinking coffee every day. But the more people that drink it every day, the more demand. So, and like I said, the recessions, pandemics, they don't really hurt demand for coffee.
That is crazy.
It's still a pretty cheap luxury for what it is.
No, it's true.
And I think we're in SoCal, LA area, right? Seeing restaurants like really hurting.
Coffee shops are adding.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the math for a restaurant is tough, right? Because you got to get people in there. I mean, I don't know last time you went out to eat, but for something decent, clean, fresh, with well-paid employees, you're gonna pay like $50 a plate very easily.
Very easily. Just insane.
Yeah. Like 35 minimum, add a drink on it, $50, right? But like to go out and have a really nice coffee and like a good pastry is still going to be under $20, right? So I think that the kind of accessibility on the price point is working.
Yeah. on the customer end.
Yeah, on a customer end,
Mm-hmm.
right. And I'm a bit removed from that, so I'm just seeing
Sure.
it from like a behind the scenes.
I definitely
view.
see that. I
Okay.
definitely see that. Even though the price has grown up, and
Yeah.
people always complain about pricing in anything.
Yeah,
But I mean, there's cost to this. Like you just
yeah.
explained the whole entire thing. Now, a lot of people talk about fourth wave.
Okay.
It's just like whatever that means. But like, I'm interested from your perspective. Like, I know that third wave was like all about the craft itself,
Mhm.
roasting, and then also on the cafe side, you talk about your experience being a barista and being trained. Like,
Yeah.
oh, this is how we dial coffee
Yeah.
or whatever it is. In your perspective, like, what is in the future for coffee to like to grow the industry? You go to Coffee World and Coffee Fest and
Mhm.
all of these places. You talk to so many coffee people, but your own perspective, what would be the next thing for coffee or supposed to grow into?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I see even the. So okay, I have a few thoughts here.
Yeah.
The demand for the ultra high end
Mm.
has been skyrocketing
Yes.
because as everyone starts to roast decent coffee, okay, now it's almost a race to who can get the best coffee.
Mm-hmm.
But the best coffee is seriously limited. I mean, I'm talking a farm might only produce, a couple 100 pounds of their best coffee.
Yeah.
In
So
a
people
year.
are bidding and
Yeah.
like, trying to grab
Yeah.
them online.
Yeah, people are bidding for it and scrambling for. I mean, I'm getting. That's a wait list and a wait list for me. I have people who want these coffees, and it's like, well, who gets them? I don't. It's a weird thing to even try and figure out. It's like if 10 customers are asking me for the same thing, I can only get it for one. Who gets it?
Come fight for it over here.
It's a weird thing. And it's whoever pays fastest. That's the trick.
Wow.
But,
Wow, that's fair.
no, but it is a weird. It's a weird thing that didn't exist before. So I think that that's working for people because the roasters who are signing up for these, I'm talking like coffees that are priced 4, 5 to 10 to 20 times market price. Not nothing.
Yes.
This is like the top.
This is like,
you'll probably see it in a cafe for $15 to $30 a cup.
yeah, sometimes I see them.
Yeah. But those roasters who are like getting all over those coffees are growing the fastest with us. They're ordering, and they don't only order those coffees. They also order, more volume based coffees. They're still great coffees, but their entire coffee program grows really quickly when they're very much specialty focused. And I don't know, like that can't be across the board. Like every company can't be doing that, I think, but at least in our little niche, that's working really well. And I see roasters growing really quickly from it. The other element that I think is gonna kind of transform coffee shops is like hospitality. And that has kind of already been happening for a long time. I think like, I don't know, third wave is kind of identifiable. I don't know if fourth wave is.
Yeah.
Except that maybe it's just third wave with hospitality.
Are you saying like coffee shops are rude or something?
They used to be. I mean, come on. Like when I was getting into it, when I was a barista, and this was back in 2008, right?
Yeah.
So I was learning barista skills in like 2008, and there were only so many places to go get fancy coffee from.
That's true.
With like trained baristas.
Yeah.
And so I would, excitedly go drive to these places that have the reputation and then get like weird service or like weird attitudes.
They just throw you the coffee.
Yeah, like you try to ask a question, you get
like, what's
like
wrong with you? You don't know that?
Right.
Yeah.
Like, I'm here to learn, so and then
that's like a mixed message, like come learn from us, and then they come in and they're like, no, what? How can you not know that? That's like an Asian parenting level. I'm just kidding. Just vomiting some personal things.
I think that changed though.
Yeah.
That didn't last very long. I think that because that burns out.
Sure.
Like I it was my excitement that made me tolerate it, right? And my eagerness to learn. But most people are not out there trying to learn or get excited about the coffee. So I think that that's an important piece that is changing. You know, it's being inviting and like, let's say, accessible to all coffee drinkers. And then back to the rent equation. Even like what we're seeing with restaurants, I think it's going to happen to coffee too. Like when you have rent at 10,000 a month, which my Midwest people will probably not even believe that that's a real number. But yes, that's like an LA number.
That's an LA thing.
How many lattes do you have to sell to hit that? So now you have to add food or booze to your ticket to get enough revenue from the traffic that your spot can handle, just to pay the rent and pay the employees. So now the cafe math doesn't look like cafe math anymore. It looks like restaurant math again.
Oh man.
Yeah. So I think that, well, the rent problem is bigger than this conversation, but I do think that coffee is going to have to add something, to accommodate the crazy rent.
Be able to survive.
Yeah. And then the other thing that makes me feel that way is looking at like Australia's coffee scene is very much like breakfast oriented.
Yes.
So it's like
food and coffee. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So I think that that's kind of a future for.
I hear that a lot. How about processing on origin level and stuff like that? Do you think there's room there, or like?
Yeah, that's I've seen the trends.
It goes up and down.
Yeah.
Okay.
So processing is interesting. It's fun.
Like the greenhouse stuff.
Yeah, that's. Yeah, I mean that was not. I don't have the exact number, but just like rough math, I would guess it was being sold for around 120 a pound.
Sheesh.
But
oh my god.
If you do the math, that's what it costs. Yeah. No one's making a killing on that. That's what it costs.
Oh no. Yeah. That's just this was grown in a greenhouse.
Yeah.
That's what we're paying for.
Yeah, like we see some California grown coffees and they sell for 80 to 120 a pound, but when you do the math, it should be about that price.
That is
because of the labor rate and everything. That's
so cool, man. I mean, most people wouldn't know this conversation.
Yeah. So to answer your question about processing, like processing is a interesting way to add value to the coffee from like a farm point of view. But it's also a really big investment and takes a lot of trial and
dedication
error and waste, like and if you mess up one of these processed coffees, it's not like the commercial market won't buy it because it's considered defective. If it's fermented, it's defective. They can taste ferment, because that's not what traditional coffee drinkers are looking for.
Because like the regular processing, you could still kind of sell it like as like a lower quality coffee.
Yeah, you could just dump it.
It's a wash or
exactly. If it's clean and tastes like classic coffee, you could just kind of dump it.
There's a market for it, but like the co-ferments, like if you mess it up,
there's nowhere to put it.
That's true. Never thought about it.
So it is really risky from a farm perspective. And then the issue with it that I have is because the demand trend changes so fast. I mean, it changes like yearly.
Yeah.
But the investment and the cycle with coffee, that's like a 4-year process to try and dial that in, and you only get one shot a year to learn, and then you have to tweak and next year do it again. So, like the production of it can't move at the pace of the demand trends. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think it causes some problems a little bit, but it is intriguing.
I'm gonna think about that next time I drink a co-ferment. I'm gonna be thinking about that. I mean, that's insane.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of effort. Not everyone is doing it well.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I've been
trying.
Have you tried infused coffee?
Yes.
Like it's becoming a thing. Like I see co-ferment and then there's like infused, and I'm like, I don't know if this is like flavored coffee, like the way we were anti-flavored coffee back in when, you know?
Yeah.
And then suddenly now it's like infused coffee. And it tastes like it says infused jasmine. And I just taste jasmine because it's, I don't know.
That's what it is. A lot of them are, an infused coffee is using like a essential oil or something like that.
Okay, so that's kind of like coffee flavoring in some ways.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like there's no calorie or, there's no like, it's not like adding a vanilla syrup. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's not French vanilla or caramel.
but it is
some sort of flavoring.
Yeah, it's not allowed in coffee competitions or
absolutely
in like Cup of Excellence competition, let's say.
Yeah.
Like green coffee competitions. But it is really popular with people.
Yeah, I've been seeing it when I go to like some sort of festival. They'll have infused coffee and stuff.
Yeah.
Dude, this has been so enlightening. And if you do not know, next time you make coffee, think about our conversation. If people want to follow along what Hacea is doing, I know that you don't take wholesale customers right now, but people can order green coffee from you and ship it to their house.
Yeah, that is something really unique that we do.
Yeah.
So we only sell green coffee, unroasted green coffee. So when we first launched, we had like family members reach out and they're like, we want to support your business. I'm going to buy a bag online. It's like, no. I don't think you want to get into this. But we do sell green coffee online to people who roast at home.
Yeah.
So that is kind of a unique thing. Most of our competition is not doing that. So that's an advantage of having our own warehouse.
Nice.
We open the bags, right, and we actually weigh out smaller quantities with the same full traceability of where the coffee's come from.
Yeah. So fun.
Yeah, it's cool. So we have I think I just counted, we have like 65 different coffees on our website right now. And it usually gets up to around 100 in the peak season. I didn't know that, dude. You can try a lot of coffee. You can have a different coffee like every week of the year.
That's amazing. So where do we go if, let's say, someone wants to learn more about you or like order some green coffee to roast at home?
That's at haceacoffee.com.
Okay.
Pretty easy.
And you're on Instagram?
Yeah, Hacea Coffee Source on Instagram. We do some classes in person too in Anaheim.
Cupping sessions?
Cuppings, yep. Yeah. Brewing classes and roasting classes. We do some events like roasting competitions.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, we have another one coming up pretty soon. I think next week we're going to announce it.
Ooh.
So yeah, we try to, our marketing strategy is like education based. Yeah. So rather than paying for ads, we try to invest in like developing education.
I really like that.
Yeah, and I think it's more practical.
That's so cool, man.
And it gets you out there still.
Yeah. Well, Jared, thank you so much for the time, man.
Yeah, thanks for the opportunity to
fun.
Share what we're doing.
Brewing coffee, chatting, nerding out. So we will see you in the next episode. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time.